Welcome back to Whiskey Wednesday. I'm Alec, my special guest Alan Rubin with me. Today we're going to be pairing Shenks with some Alec Bradley cigars in a head-to-head competition.
Yeah, he may call it a competition because he's been going against his brother the first 2 times. I don't even think it's going to be a competition.
Yeah, because I'm going to win.
He drinks more than I do, but I've been drinking longer. I think I have the edge.
That's probably true. So, I'm already lost.
All right, let me help out a little bit here already. We always need one professional on the set. Shenks Homestead, 2020 release out of the Michter's Distillery in Louisville, Kentucky. So Alec introduced this bottle to me, I think earlier in the week. Thought it was pretty special, it was really nice. And so Alec didn't tell me that we were gonna be doing Whiskey Wednesdays, but I have a question first and foremost. Why me and not Brad today?
He was busy.
Okay. Yeah, that honesty hurts personally. Yeah, I just figured, you know, Bradley probably kicked your butt in the last 2 competitions. You wanted to see if you had anything on me, but that's not going to happen.
I wiped the floor with him, okay?
Okay.
Wipe the floor with him.
Okay. So I have a question. I know, you know, we're just going to be talking about the whiskey and the cigars and the pairings and those things, but my first question is why are you wearing that hat? I mean,
this hat is my professional cigar manufacturing hat, and it made me feel a lot more confident in kicking his ass today wearing it.
It's going to take more than a hat. So again, let's talk a little bit about the whiskey. Alec had asked me, he said, hey, let's try the whiskey, and then I'm going to pick a cigar, and you're going to pick a cigar, and we picked completely opposite cigars, which is something that happens on a regular basis.
Yeah, so let's tell the backstory on this a little bit. My father and I both think that we are the best cigar and whiskey pairing experts in the office. And he might have more time on me on doing this, but I do feel I am much better. And I think that I'm going to take this one home.
You know, you may outpace me in terms of trying new things.
Yeah.
Generally, though, if I get something, we all try it. If you get something, Bradley gets something, we all try the whiskey. Mm-hmm. And then we all go kind of into our separate corners to do a pairing. But after seeing what you picked and seeing what I picked, I don't think your pairing has a shot with this whiskey specifically.
I would agree to disagree.
Okay.
I think I have you beat on this one. So, I'm smoking the Alec Bradley Connecticut.
Okay.
It's a more medium-bodied, full-flavor Connecticut than you might find on the shelves every day. And I think that between the char spice and the cherry on this bottle, it's going to go very nicely with the notes from the Alec Bradley Connecticut.
Okay. Well, first thing I want to say is that at the end of this competition, when I kick your ass, I only ask that you don't call your mom and tell her what I did.
When I kick your ass, I'm keeping the bottle.
That's fine. Winner take all.
Winner, yeah.
So the cigar I picked is the Tempest Nicaragua. Picked it for completely opposite reasons when it came to the bottle. First and foremost, on that bottle in itself, I got a little bit of a cedar note. It's a little bit lighter whiskey with a higher level of sweetness. I think it's kind of an everyday drinking whiskey. I don't know what the proof is. I'm going to guess it's under 100 proof. And it was really good. It was balanced, it was sweet, and I think it would go really well with the sweetness of the Nicaraguan tobacco here. And I thought it was complex enough to handle the Nicaraguan tobacco that we have in this blend. So I think I have the winning hand here.
So I'm lighting up the Tempest Nicaragua right now after smoking the perfectly paired Connecticut. And I am going to just tell you, hopefully I'm going to tell you how wrong you are.
So while he's lighting up, let me just say this. If he wasn't questioning himself, he wouldn't have lit up my cigar. I'm not even going to light up the Connecticut because I know he's got no shot at getting that correct. And you'd think with all the experience at both cigars and whiskey, he would have something here, but he'll see that I'm right. And then if he says after he smokes it that he thinks that he was right, I will light up the Connecticut.
Well, I'm lighting it up right now and I already think I'm right.
What do you think?
I gotta take a sip.
Yeah. I'm going to do the same. Because no matter what happens, it ends up being Whiskey Wednesday, ends up being a good thing.
I need 4 more.
Okay. I did notice one thing. I just want to make one note. I did notice that when you and Bradley are doing Whiskey Wednesdays, you do seem to start earlier in the day than necessary.
We also start earlier in the week.
Yeah, I did notice the workflow slows down just a bit.
We only put it out once a week, but we film it twice a week.
I think I'm being taken on this deal. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with my.
I think you're wrong.
You do?
Yeah. Now that I am.
All right. I think there's a little bit of cedar note in both.
I'm going to give you this. I understand.
No,
why
it's
you
okay.
chose it. I understand why you chose it.
Okay, I'm going to go to the Connecticut.
Tempest Nicaragua overpowers the whiskey a little.
See, and I don't get that. But then, you're really not smoking as long as I am, and that could just be a little lack of experience.
Wow. You're a mean father.
I've been called worse. By better. Okay, let's see. Yeah. I'm not getting it.
Are we going to agree to disagree on this?
No, we're going to disagree to agree. I don't think so. What happens is I think that the Connecticut on here, I think gets in the way a little bit of that, the softness and the smoothness, because the Connecticut is not your standard Connecticut so mild that it doesn't have much flavor, which happens with a lot of Connecticut's in the market. This has got more body to it, but I'm not seeing that the flavors. I think that also texturally it's not the same. I think I have more textural kind of companionship between the two, where the textural component is the same. I think the mouthfeel is also the same in how they smoke. I think this is a little bit a touch drying for that whiskey. Compete against that.
Like, you're convincing me. Your words are convincing me, not the pairing.
Yeah, I think the balance is the same. Like I said, I think the viscosity, which is a little bit milder, lighter here.
The smoke on the Tempest Nicaragua is a little bit thinner, a little bit more, and it does go with the whiskey very well.
This is
flavor-wise.
Yeah, this is over top, right? You think Connecticut is a little bit over top of the whiskey?
No, I think Tempest Nicaragua is a little.
Oh no, see, I think that there's something in this flavor that's a little over the top, but I'm gonna have to pour more whiskey to be sure. Bradley may not be coming back for Whiskey Wednesdays. I'm telling you now, this is pretty good. And who's picking the next bottle, by the way?
I pick every bottle.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
That's the benefit of being Alec from Alec and Bradley or Alec Bradley.
I got you.
Yeah.
I know. Remind me again that your names are on the door. Go ahead. Yeah, Alec and I are going to agree to disagree on this pairing combination, and I do see where he's coming from. I think there's a lot of similarities in terms of the quantity of flavor between both the Shenks and the Connecticut. But I think on the flavor pairing, getting this nice little roller coaster effect, I think the Tempest Nicaragua is a little better. And I want to say you gave it a good try.
I'm just going to say that although I do feel that my pairing was a good one, if I had to go back to the Shenks with a cigar, I would probably go with the Tempest Nicaragua.
God, I love you so much.
I will give you the W on this one. I'm still keeping the bottle. For those of you at home, why don't you give this pairing a try? Let us know what you think.
For sure.
Thank you for joining us for Whiskey Wednesday, and we'll see you next week.
Great hat. Great hat.